Welcome to Bible in a Year, Day 37. Today we will discuss Exodus 22 through 24. God continues to define laws and retribution to offenders. He is not randomly creating laws for a perfect people. He is defining laws to help sinful people get back on track. Israel had been living in oppression and mistreated in Egypt for over 400 years. They had much to learn about righteous living. In the law, God is particularly compassionate toward sojourners, widows, the fatherless, and the poor. We also see God beginning to define sexual sin, in which he addresses sex outside of marriage or sex with animals. God again outlines the importance of resting on the Sabbath and celebrating 3 festivals annually: the Passover, also known as the Feast of the Unleavened Bread, the Pentecost, also known as the Feast of the Harvest, and the Feast of the Ingathering. God also explains that he himself will guard them and bring them to the land promised to them. The land was currently inhabited by the Amorites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. God says he will blot these people out. Know that this is not a racial thing. It was not because they weren't Israelites. We know this because in the previous verses, God had already addressed how to treat sojourners with love and respect. It was because of their allegiance to false gods. Chapter 23, verse 34. You shall not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do as they do, but utterly overthrow them and break their pillars in pieces. And in verse 25, you shall serve the Lord your God, and he will bless you. God explains that fully inhabiting the land will be a process. In verse 30, little by little I will drive them out before you, until you have increased and possessed the land. God also defines the boundaries of the land promised to Israel in verse 31. And I will set your border from the Red Sea to the Sea of the Philistines, and from the wilderness to the Euphrates River. For I will give the inhabitants of the land into your hand. And verse 33. They, the current inhabitants, shall not dwell in your land, lest they make you sin against me. For if you serve their gods, it will surely be a snare to you. Does this sound harsh? God is a loving God, but he is also a just God. He means it in the 10 Commandments when he says, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make yourself a carved image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is on earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them or serve them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children to the 3rd and 4th generations of those who hate me, but showing mercy to thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. Bear in mind that all of these inhabitants had a choice whether to sojourn with the Israelites or to worship false gods. Tomorrow we will study Exodus chapters 25 through 27. Have a blessed day.